So, one thing we have to keep in mind is that if you want to become a trader, you have to understand that trading is actually 10% skill and 90% just your overall mental well-being and health. So, I'm going to jump into the reasons as to why I feel as though that meditation and yoga are things that we definitely have to incorporate within our trade plan. See, a lot of people think as though, or a lot of traders for that matter, hopefully get themselves to a point where they develop a trading plan. Unfortunately, more times than not, their trading plan usually only encompasses what they're going to be doing before they place that trade. Okay? And less of the things of what they're doing before they even open up the charts. This is huge because it truly is less about opening up the charts and more about what we're doing off the charts. More about the things that we're doing in terms of being able to make sure that we have a healthy mindset, a sound mindset when we are opening up the charts. Are we mentally ready? Are we mentally stable to take on and encounter what is known as uncertainty? If our minds are not ready, if our minds are not at peak condition to be able to take on uncertainty, then at that point in time, I would raise the question of, are we gambling here? Are we going on a whim because we believe that our skill and our edge is that good to the point where we don't need to care about our mental well-being? Or are we actually going to focus on our mental well-being first before we even engage in uncertainty, before we even engage in being able to place a trade, putting our emotions, our time and energy within being able to try to execute a trade? So, meditation is a must. Yoga is a must. There's many other things that an individual can do as well too when it comes to being able to have a stable mindset, a very clear, clean, balanced mindset before they engage in uncertainty. So, for me, and hopefully for you as well, meditation really has to be a part of that trade plan. Yoga really has to be a trait of that trade plan, whether it be breath work, whether it be qigong, and all these things that actually do more for the benefit of your mental well-being and just your overall sound health than just being utilized in an aspect of trading. This actually helps develop you more as a human being, as a person, and help elevate your overall journey and prowess when it comes to engaging in uncertainty in all aspects. Being able to have a certain level of control of your emotions, a certain level of sound thinking in your decisions, whether it be when you open up that chart and take a trade, or whether it be just in your everyday reality. I personally believe as though that part of your trade plan is being able to incorporate meditation, yoga, qigong, breath work. Some individuals like even going to a sauna, being able to sit in the sauna before and after taking a trade. There has to be some type of ritual that we are doing to make sure that we are in a flow state. Okay? We are in a flow state before and after we take this trade. Because regardless of the outcome of the trade, our mindset, our energy, it's still sound. Whether we lost that trade, whether we won that trade, it has zero effect on us. It is a byproduct of being able to have a balanced mind. It is a byproduct of being able to have sound decision making from a mental standpoint of being ready, being sharp, being in control rather than being controlled. So, I personally feel as though that without meditation, without yoga, not only would it have helped my personal life in terms of the day-to-day routines that I go through, my overall evolution of who I am, without even doing that for just those factors alone, and then bringing that into my trading plan, into my trading routine, I can definitely tell you that I would not be where I'm at today. I definitely would not be where I'm at today. It would be, I don't know. I honestly don't know where I would be if I didn't have meditation as a tool, if I didn't have yoga as a tool, if I didn't have qigong as a tool. These things help ground me. And I hope they help ground you as well too. So, there's many ways that an individual can have their own personal routine when it comes to before they place that trade. There's many ways, there's many things that people may do where it's a habit, where if they don't do this, they feel as though they're not sharp. They feel as though that they may not have their edge before they place that trade. But I think the most free, the most abundant thing that an individual can do is meditation. Is yoga, is being able to give back to the body before we put our minds in a position of stress, in a position of having to have laser focus on being able to analyze the fluctuations, being able to be engaged in the trade. That puts a certain amount of toll on our minds as a trader. Okay? It is the mind that has all the top priority that we need in order to be successful traders, in order to be consistently profitable traders. It is our mindset. It is our perspective on reality. It is our perspective on ourselves as well. Because the beautiful thing about trading is that inevitably it will mirror exactly who you are on the inside. And it will do it flawlessly. Meditation gives you an ability to kind of start holding up the mirror for yourself without having to engage in taking a trade and losing that trade, and then now you have to reflect on that trade and understand why you lost in that trade and why it was emotional, whatever it may be. You can save a lot of time and a lot of money if you just give back to yourself and sit still. And reflect and listen to your inner thoughts. And understand why it is you think the things you think, why it is that you do the things that you do, and then why you start to clean these things up in your mind. You take that clear mindset and you bring it over to trading, and I guarantee you, it will be it's a marvelous thing. Because once you've already been able to work on yourself and develop yourself as a person a certain way by utilizing yoga and meditation and many other things as well, but by utilizing those tools, you're already doing that self-development and self-work before coming into the trading environment. Now, keep in mind, you can still, such as myself, started in the realm of trading first, and along the lines realizing the benefits of actually meditating, not just for trading, but just for myself, for my personal health and development. Being able to say, hey, you know what? I think I really need to incorporate meditation and yoga in my daily life. It's not even about trading anymore. It's more about the overall well-being, the overall peace of mind that I get on a daily basis, just making sure that I do these things. And then inevitably, I started to bring that over into the trading environment. And then being able to see the drastic difference between when I was not doing these things and when I was doing these things, and how that just profoundly changed my results. And hopefully, they can profoundly change your results as well too. So please, let's just breathe together. Let's just give thanks and give back for the sheer opportunity that we have to just trade the markets in today's reality. Let's give thanks to the fact that we have access. As long as you have internet, you have access to unlimited potential. You can wave that magic wand and create the lifestyle that you truly want, simply by being consistent as a trader. Give things time, yes. Give things bare minimum, 6 months and beyond, to be able to start seeing the reality unfold of your hard work that you've been putting in as a person and as a trader. We really need to give gratitude to the fact that we are alive in a day and age where things are so much more faster, so much more instant. We have to take advantage of the fact that we have this accessible to us now. But before we be able to utilize those tools of the internet, of the marketplace, we also have to make sure that we ourselves are fully charged and ready and strong and stable, mentally sound, before we engage in things that will require a lot from us, especially if you want to do things consistently, day in and day out. It will demand a level of concentration, a level of discipline, a level of peace and love for what it is that you do, a level of sound strategy. In order to be able to execute all of those things, our mindset has to come first. Without our mindset, without a sound mind, without incorporating meditation and yoga, breath work, qigong, and so much more, I guarantee you the path ahead of you will be quite challenging. So why put yourselves in a challenging atmosphere if you can just start to do these things beforehand, before encountering a lot of pain that quite frankly can be unnecessary? It's not inevitable, but come on now. You can save yourself a lot of headache. So, thank you. Until next time.